Hello, this is Debra Baker with TrustedCISO, and welcome to this module on protecting your data. CISO Guide to Cyber Resilience, Data Protection. CISO Guide to Cyber Resilience is my new book, and on the right side you will see a roadmap to creating a cyber resilient security program. I will be offering cohorts, live cohorts, and also a video class. I'm offering a subset of just, overview of some of the chapters on YouTube just to give you an idea. And the book goes into so much more detail. So definitely check it out. It's on Amazon. In this chapter, we'll delve into the importance of data protection of your sensitive information with a focus on encryption and understanding personally identifiable information, also called PII. The privacy experts have now named that PI, but for cybersecurity people, they still refer to it as PII. And finally, managing third-party risk. Encryption has come a long way from simple ciphers used in ancient times to complex algorithms we use today. What happened is thousands of years ago, the Romans used encryption. Julius Caesar used it to send secret messages to his generals. And of course, those were just simple ciphers where, A is actually F, or they had some sort of a system like that. Now we actually have mathematical algorithms that secure the data so that you can't read it or understand, what it's actually saying. With advancements in technology, post-quantum algorithms are actually in development right now. So that's the other big thing that's going on with encryption. Encryption is a cornerstone of data protection. It converts data into a code to prevent unauthorized access, ensuring that even if data is intercepted or stolen, it remains unreadable without the decryption key. Common methods include AES 256, stored data and data at rest, and TLS version 1.2 or above for data in transit, and TLS version 1.3 is recommended. And remember that you want to disable the weak algorithm, so anything TLS version 1.1 and below. One significant advantage of encryption is that if encrypted data is stolen, it is not considered a breach as long as the data remains inaccessible. So for example, if the data is encrypted and the decryption keys with the data, which that actually happened in a breach, then of course you have a breach. But if the data is stolen and they cannot decrypt it, then it's considered inaccessible and there is not a data breach. And this even applies to GDPR. So encryption is critical for securing your data. So some of the things you can do is you can turn on encryption for your laptop or your computer. So you have it by default. You can go and turn it on. It's not on by default, I think, on a Mac, but you can go and turn it on in your settings. For Windows, you have to have a professional or business license. Personally Identifiable Information, or PII, encompasses any data that can be used to identify an individual. This includes names, addresses, social security numbers, and biometric data. Protecting PII is crucial not only to prevent identity theft, but also to comply with various regulations. Now, what exactly is PII can get a little tricky. So NIST has certain ways that it defines what PII data is. And, under GDPR, it's different. One thing I learned recently under GDPR is that business emails aren't considered necessarily PII, but your personal email address is. So you definitely want to get with a privacy expert and make sure that your assets that have PII that you know which assets these are and that you have the proper security measures around them. Third-party vendors can be a potential risk to your data security. It's essential to have a robust vendor management policy in place, which includes regular assessments and continuous monitoring to ensure that your vendors adhere to the same security standards as your organization. A comprehensive vendor management policy should include a high-level description of the program, an inventory of all vendors, and standard contract clauses that enforce security requirements. Additionally, assigning a risk rating to each vendor helps prioritize and manage potential risks effectively. And all of this I go into more detail in my book, and I actually give examples of what you need to have in your standard contracts. As a quick reference, always ensure your data is encrypted both in transit and at rest. Understand and classify PII within your organization, and regularly assess and monitor your third-party vendors to maintain robust data protection practices. In conclusion, data protection is vital for maintaining trust and compliance. Key components include encryption, understanding PII, and managing third-party risks. Continuous improvement are vigilant and necessary to adapt to evolving threats and to ensure robust data security. My book, A CISO Guide to Cyber Resilience, is an indispensable resource for anyone in the cybersecurity field, featuring real-life examples and actionable recommendations. It teaches you how to defend against attacks, protect your network from ransomware, and set up effective security training programs. Order your copy today on Amazon and start building a resilient security program. Thanks for watching. If you found this information valuable, please subscribe for more updates and insights. Together, we can build a more secure and resilient digital world.